They often say with a golf tournament, on day one, you really can't win it all, but on day one, you probably could lose it all depending on how poorly you actually do. And a similar thing happens with your retirement planning. If you're 10 years out and you're looking at your retirement in the future, know that sequence of return risk can play a huge result in how the longevity of your retirement plays out and the quality of life that you have in it. If you're not familiar, sequence of return risk is simply the risk that your portfolio performs very negatively either the first year or the first few years of your retirement. And at the same time, you're having to take withdrawals from that portfolio, which all of this combined is just accelerating how much you're losing from your nest egg at one time. And unfortunately, I am not a market predictor, so I'm not sure when the next drop is going to come or how much or how it's going to come. But it is important to know that keeping cash on the sidelines can potentially be helpful, and not just for the sake of feeling safe, but to be depended on during these times, right? So if we think of even just a few months ago and all the action that went on with President Trump's tariffs, you know that the market went down about 15 to 20%. So during that time might have represented a good time to depend on that cash, of course, when you need to go pay your groceries, when you need to pay gas, right? Any expenses that you need just to live can be dependent on through that cash. You can let your portfolio do what it does. Historically speaking, it has always returned to its previous amount and greater. And then once that returns and once it increases again, that's when we would replenish that cash. Another thing I'll mention here is the importance of understanding your risk in your portfolio. A lot of people say, well, maybe I'll just increase my bonds. Unfortunately, as we've seen in COVID-19 and similar times, bonds really aren't that much different from stocks nowadays in how they perform. So not only do they perform less than stocks, they're also showing negative performance similar times stocks are these days. So it's important to understand the risks that you have in your portfolio as well, because this is going to leave you more open to that sequence of return risk once retirement hits.